Pa mi gente, blessed day to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And I want to give you some words of encouragement as I've been reading through the books in my library again. And I'd love to share this great book with you. It's Jump by Steve Harvey. If you're not following Steve Harvey on social media, please do. He's got 2.4 million followers, subscribers on YouTube, and getting close to 11 million followers on Instagram. He's got great stuff that he's always posting up that definitely puts a pep in my step. And I hope you give yourself a chance to follow him, to learn from him, to be inspired by him, and that these words of encouragement here from his book can make a difference for you today and moving forward. So, first, we'll start with his definition. Jumping is embracing the ambition that God has put in your imagination and you making a commitment to manifest it in your life. Point two, my faith calms my fears. Definitely something that's been helping me in 2023. I said I was going to give myself a lot more to the spiritual side of me. Been reading great spiritual books, listening to great sermons, and the spirituality and the God sense of things has definitely made me feel not only like every day is bearable, but more than that, it's knowing that every day is going to bring with it a different blessing and that I just have to be aware and open to it. Because remember, being courageous stems from feeling fear and taking those faith filled actions. Three, your life is a precious gift that is available for a limited time only. When I reread this one, it just jumped up to me because I don't know if you're anything like me, but over the years, I remember running to the store for a limited time action figure. Or later on, it became a limited series sneaker. Or today, I even run to a fast food restaurant for a limited time burger. And when I see limited time, it makes you want to jump off your seat, do what you got to do because you know you might miss out. Now, have you thought of yourself and of the limited time you actually have in this world and what you could actually do to be that best version of yourself while you are here? Four, you've got to determine that your experiences are lessons, not failures, not mistakes, lessons. Look back into your life and try and think of times where you were going through things that maybe weren't what you wanted. They were hard to go through. And realize that those same things actually partake in making you the person you are today and in giving you the strengths that you have today. Jumping is about taking the action and knowing that any outcome happens for your benefit in the bigger picture. He has a great quote in the book that's by Thomas Edison, and it says, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That was his answer when he was inventing the light bulb, and we all know what difference it's made for generations after him and for the life that it gives us today. 5. Every morning that I am blessed to see another day, it is yet another chance I have to dream again. Every morning, what I do when I open my eyes is show gratitude by voicing what I'm thankful for. And I ask God for what I want that day. That way, I go into every action that I take with an intention and I make the best of it. 6. If you don't put in the work, your dreams will never become a reality. 7. It is not your job to know the way, it's just your job to believe. Having that faith that every step you take, God's taking another couple steps for you. And you will eventually end up at your destination, the one we want, or even better. Personally, I would love to know every step beforehand. But by not knowing each step and actually just taking it, I'm actually building that faith muscle as I move forward. 8. The goals I put on my vision board are often just the start of the dream. As my call to action today, I really hope that you're somebody who's watching this that maybe doesn't have a dream board. You put one together Here is a picture of mine, and it was a lot of fun to put it together. There's different ways to do it. I actually went through a few magazines and found all these pictures I wanted to my future. I put this together over 5 years ago now, before having any kids. In there, I was amazed to find a picture of myself, of a gentleman with his what looks to be wife and two girls. And it's amazing that now today I have that. I also have dreams about going to the Caribbean, and I was able to take my daughters on their first trip to see Jamaica a couple of weeks ago. So things are starting to come together, and I'm amazed by it. And I look forward to the day where I look over this board and I've completed all these things that I saw for myself. But you could also take pictures of your own life, put yourself up there. I'll make a video maybe in the future of how to put one together, and I just hope you give yourself that blessing and that opportunity. Number 10, seize the opportunities God presents to you, even if they don't seem directly related to your dream. Keep in mind, this is a small world, and you never know who's watching. God sees the bigger picture and knows why He put you there. Take the action, work with the hand that you've been dealt, and make the best of it, because it's only going to get better as time goes on. Number 10, every victory should be a confidence booster to let you know that even more is possible. Take inventory of your wins and celebrate them. No matter how small you may think they are compared to the grander picture you have, every victory happens, and it's something we got to celebrate. We got to integrate it. We got to make the best of it and take it with us. So we know if we completed A, we're able to complete B, and then C and D, and build up everything it is we expect for ourselves. Point 11, when it comes time to make a necessary jump, you will rarely be completely ready for it. You have to trust in God and in yourself. Over time, I've been building a lot of that trust in myself, a lot of faith in God. And even though things haven't gone as I have expected or planned for myself, at the end of the day, I'm very grateful for the way they have worked out. And they're making me even stronger than I thought I would be. And for that, I'm very thankful. Point 12, change is uncomfortable, but we cannot grow without it. The other day, I heard a great sermon by Joel Osteen, and he was speaking about a super bloom. And I believe it happened in California. He was driving through, and they saw this mountainside with beautiful flowers of all different colors. And it's not something that would normally grow there. And there were two things that had to happen that nobody really wanted to happen, and in a very timely fashion. First was a drought that they had not gone through in a while, that was actually depleting a lot of life and a lot of vegetation that maybe needed the water. That was a hard time for people to go through. Second, there was torrential rains. And of course, we would all be praying that the rain comes when we need it, that the dry season comes when we need it. And it's hard to fathom the idea that there was drought when people needed rain, and rain when people were hoping not so much of a drought, but for a dry season. And at the end was this beautiful image of thousands and thousands of flowers on this mountainside because of a super bloom. Now, nobody could have planned such a thing and would have gone through the things they did for that to happen, but inevitably they did. And that was an act of God. So take those droughts, take those rainy days, and just know that the bigger picture is something more beautiful than even you can imagine. Point 13, I learned that I didn't have to base my hopes on my limitations. As human beings, we do have limitations. Unfortunately, a lot of those we impose on ourselves. But we are much more capable than we think we are, for one. And two, if we believe, if we have faith in something bigger, in a God, in the divine universe, then we are more capable than we could even imagine or dream of. And finally, point 14, making the decision to jump takes courage, audacity, boldness, and faith. So thank you for taking the time for watching my review and listening to parts of my story and how this book has played a part in it. I really hope that you got some words of encouragement out of it and maybe something sparked, something that was in your mind today. If you made it all the way to the end, please subscribe so you could see the next book that I'm going to go over and that you get that as soon as the video's up. And please leave a comment below. Which of the points stood out to you? Maybe even a little bit of the story in your own life, where any of these points have actually made their way into your life. And we'll take the conversation from there. I'll see you guys shortly when I put up my next book, my next review. You have yourself a blessed day. Ciao for now.